Hey guys, okay, so I just wanted to hop on here. I just finished an amazing interview. My good friend and colleague, Dr. Mindy Peltz, uh, interviewed me. We are part of an amazing online summit that will be released in September. There's not a ton of info out about it yet, but I will post links so that you can get on the email list for when that comes out. This is the first online summit for women by women, and we're so excited. We are each one of the 5 hosts, along with JJ Virgin. We've got 50 amazing women that we're interviewing, 50 topics. The goal is to really have everybody watch this, have some very easy take-home things to do to make yourself healthier. So Mindy and I were actually focusing on the health and the state of our kids, which is a topic that's very passionate for me. The scary reality is that our kids are sicker than ever. 1 in 2 high school kids are now on a chronic prescription medication that they will probably be on for the rest of their life. Type 2 diabetes used to be called adult onset. It can no longer be called that because kids have it. 40 to 50% of the childhood population has an autoimmune condition, whether that be eczema or allergies, ADD, ADHD, autism. And this is actually the first generation that is not expected to outlive their parents. And so what's happening is these kids have inherited what I like to call generational toxicity. So they're living in a time when the world is more toxic than ever. And along with that, unfortunately, they have inherited toxins from us. Okay, so that's the problem. Here's the solution. What I think is really important is, it's very easy to hear these things and to get hit with mom guilt and to just turn off. And that's not helpful for anyone. So I think the best things that we can all do as women, as moms, as parents, as friends, is just focus on moving forward 1 step at a time, right? So I talk a lot about this in my practice with parents. So there's small things that we can all do to just help our kids become healthier. If that has to do with food, right? So we talk a lot about like cutting out things like gluten and buying more organic and buying more colors, more colorful food in your kids' diet. In our family, we talk about eating the rainbow. So trying to hit as many colors of the rainbow as we can. The reasons behind those things are, it's now known that our food is sprayed with a pesticide, Roundup, glyphosate, that is a known carcinogen. So it is real, it is out there, and it is happening. And so we need to do everything we can to advocate for our kids. And so one of the best ways we can do that is to buy organic as much as possible. I like to even say pick your poisons. I know that sounds awful, but like pick the things that you choose to change. Think about the things that maybe one day you want to change, and then just be fine with what you're currently doing. If it's not something in your wheelhouse that you can change at this point, don't beat yourself up about it, right? So like take small changes. The other thing I think that's huge for our kids and for us is to cut out the overscheduling. It doesn't work for them. It doesn't work for us. Our kids are running around. They're exhausted. They're burnout. They're fried. Let our kids just play outside. Let them be kids the way that we all were. Sports are starting earlier and earlier, and they are more strict, and their practice schedules and their meets are just starting too soon, and they're too much. These kids need to be outside. They need to be running around. Brain development actually happens better when they're getting all these lateral different kinds of movements. When we're taking these young kids and we're doing single movements, single sports, we don't get the same kind of brain development if they're just, playing outside and running around and moving their bodies in all these different ways. And I think it actually makes things simple, right? So we can take this pressure off ourselves. We don't have to be doing everything. We don't have to do it perfectly. Get your kids outside, keep it simple, pick a couple things that you want to change, put everything else on the long-term plan. Maybe it's in 6 months, maybe it's in a year, maybe it's in 2 years. But give yourself credit for what you're doing and the changes that you're making now. But super excited. I will post the link to our summit information so that you guys can all be updated when it comes out. The goal of Summit, again, is to help educate people to make easy changes and also to empower women. We all are just trying to do it all. It's not feasible. It's not realistic. We're comparing ourselves to these social media filters. We can't keep looking at everybody else's highlight reel. So very important to just lift each other and support each other, and so excited to be bringing that to everybody in the fall. Have a good day, everybody.